In this video, I will show you how to install Ubuntu 26.04 LTS natively on Apple Silicon. Now, this guide is based on the Asahi project and currently supports only M1 and M2 Macs. We will be installing Ubuntu 26.04 directly on bare metal on the M1 MacBook Air with the full GPU acceleration. This is a perfect dual boot setup, which means macOS and Ubuntu will run together on the same drive. Now for this demonstration, I will be using my base model M1 MacBook Air. The process is the same for any compatible Apple Silicon Mac. Before installing Ubuntu 26.04 on M1 or M2 Mac, make sure you have at least 80 GB of free space available and that your Mac is running macOS 13.5 or later. Now let's install Ubuntu 26.04 alongside macOS. Go ahead and open your browser and navigate to this website. And copy this installation command and paste it into the terminal. Also, make sure your Mac is connected to the internet before proceeding. Once the installer starts, it will prompt you to enter the sudo password. Then type R to resize the partition. You can shrink the macOS partition by specifying a percentage of free space. For example, if your Mac has 100 GB of free space, you can use 70% to macOS and 30% to Ubuntu. Or simply type MIN and press return. The installer will automatically allocate the free space for you. And as you can see, it's allocated 60 GB of free space. Then type Y and press return to continue. Then type F to install Ubuntu into that free space. Go ahead and choose Ubuntu 26.04 Desktop Edition. Then confirm the free space by typing max. Then set partition name and press return to begin the installation. This process may take 15 to 30 minutes. Sit back and relax. And that's it. We are done with the first step. You can find more details for step number 2 to complete the installation of Ubuntu 26.04 LTS. Read these instructions and follow them carefully. Then press the return key to shut down your Mac. Now wait for at least 30 seconds. Then press and hold the power button until you see a message loading startup options. This will take you to the Startup Manager, which displays all the bootable volumes. From here, you can boot into macOS, Ubuntu, and Recovery. Using the arrow keys or mouse cursor, choose Ubuntu and press return. Go ahead and select the username and enter the password which is used to log in into macOS. Now press return to continue. Then type Y to put the system into permissive mode. Once again, authorize the installer by typing the username and password of the macOS to change the boot policies. And voila, now you can see the installation is complete. Now press the return key to reboot. Your Mac should boot into Ubuntu 26.04 running on bare metal. Now go ahead and follow the on-screen instructions to complete the setup process. The first thing to do after installing Ubuntu 26.04 LTS is to update your system. Open Terminal and run this command. And as you can see, the brightness controls, volume, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and everything else is working perfectly. You can also see the default RAM usage of Ubuntu, which is impressively lightweight. When it comes to performance, Ubuntu 26.04 on Apple Silicon is very fast. The experience is very smooth, seamless, and highly optimized. To switch between macOS and Ubuntu, first shut down your Mac. Once the screen goes black, press and hold the power button until you see a message loading startup options. Now keep in mind, when the Mac is powered off, holding the power button for a few seconds will take you to the boot menu, where you will see both macOS and Ubuntu boot entries. Now from here, you can select Macintosh HD to boot directly into macOS. This creates a perfect dual boot setup on Apple Silicon Macs with both Ubuntu and macOS running side by side. Now once you're inside macOS, open Startup Disk and change the default boot order. Now from there, you can choose macOS as the default operating system, so it boots automatically whenever you reboot the system from any OS. And that's pretty much it, and that's how you properly install Ubuntu 26.04 LTS natively on Apple Silicon. Now keep in mind, this only works on M1 and M2 Macs. The support for the feature M3 or higher is unknown. Now check out the GitHub link for more information. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSK Royal. I will see you in the next one.